build my gallows and build them high. Makes a long time climbing before I die. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Shortbangers. I'm Matty.
Good evening, I'm Colin.
How you doing, Colin?
I'm still good, aye.
Good.
Nice and sunny outside, but I've not seen any of it because I sit in my wee cupboard working all day and I'm fucking really busy now. It's just gone against the grain. And it's now gone away, the sun. So I'm not even going to see any.
Aye, depressing, isn't it?
Mm.
Tell you, a wee bonus for me today. Josh messaged, he's going up to the Aberdeen game Saturday. He says, my pal can't make it, I've got a ticket gone spare. You want it? It's like, Aberdeen away is quite a hard one to swing, right? Normally because
Is he wanting a lift, is he?
the general deal is that home games, obviously get off the season ticket, home games are taken for granted. Away games tend to be ones that I'll sacrifice and spend time at home. Aberdeen's a big ask. However, Josh had a wee incident last time he was up in Aberdeen and I was like, I'll see your mum.
Needs his daddy.
Just tell her, again, a bit nervous about coming back. So message Jane, says, Josh, want a wee lift? See if I can pick him up. I'll just go up to the game when I'm there. I ain't bother. So
you've touched that. You get how your wife mind works.
A bit of Brucey bonus. So that'll be something to look forward to. No doubt we'll fucking lose. Last time I was up there, we got pumped. So we'll see how it goes. But I think that'll be the furthest drive I've done in an electric car.
So
I'll need to figure out the range and see if there's like a fast charger somewhere on the way back down. Definitely enough to get up there and back might be a stretch.
Right.
So I'll report back and see
Good
how
luck.
it went because I'm sure folk will be interested in that.
Definitely.
Anyway, right, cock drying techniques, Colin. There's three words you probably weren't expecting me to come out with immediately.
No, it was because you mentioned it on the end of extra time. that was one of the topics. At that point, I was more surprised than I was right now.
Right, Fattest Prickus has hit us up with this one. Right, cock drying techniques. Of all the ways to dry your cock, which is correct, stroke best? I've done a sketch of the log rolling versus towel rub technique as an example, despite knowing there'll be more.
What did they call the first one? Log rolling?
It doesn't work very well. You can sort of see that. Excuse the wee light reflecting in it.
Is this where did they send it? Is that a tweet?
Yeah. So the first guy's saying, am I doing it wrong? And he's sort of rolling his bobby in the towel. Right. And the other one's going, fuck you then, man. Look, one hand. And they're rubbing their own with the towel. Just get a good old rub.
Is it Shortbangers or Longbangers he tweeted?
Shortbangers. This is the Shortbangers. Bookmarks 9 hours ago.
Right. Bookmarks.
What I really appreciate this is the drawing signed Alex 36.
It's brilliant. Oh, I see. I found that.
Aye. Congratulations on the drawing, Alex. It's a good question. It was a good question even without the illustration. But when you throw in the illustration on top, it just sort of really rounds it off. It's got everything, this one. It's got the topic, which we like, a funny question, and a good drawing. That's like gold standard of Shortbangers questions, isn't it?
He's even got the arrows here to show
to indicate the direction of travel. Yep. So the log rolling one had a sort of up and down motion, and the towel was just like a circular sort of getting a good old rub. So when you're out the shower, Colin, and you're drying off, what's your?
I think I'm a mixture of the two. I don't know, because the first one, what did they call that? The log rolling. It's like he's wrapped the towel round the shaft. And he's like tying a tie or something. Like, whereas the second one is one-handed. So I think I'd go two-handed, but with that sort of circular motion.
I would definitely just get I don't think I would be doing the tie bit or like the flossing.
He's sort of towel idea round the base of the shaft on top of his balls. That's what he's done there. And I didn't do that.
Nah, I would just get a
good rub. But I can use both. I always use both hands. So. I don't let one hand go like he's done in that photo. But I don't know if I'm active with both hands either. You know what I mean? But they're both close up.
It's
I couldn't draw it though. But maybe Alex could draw that based on that description.
Film yourself there and just stick it on Twitter.
Right. I'll do that.
It's quite a nice sensation, getting your bobby a wee dry after a shower.
Aye.
especially with a good quality towel.
How do you dry your arse? Because I'm thinking back to, you see it sometimes thinking, like a comedy's trying to make funny of it, but I've seen it because I've played sport and I've been in dressing rooms with folk. You ever saw the one when the towel gets held at the front and at the back? And
they go up and say, I wouldn't dry my arse like that. I can just get a rub.
Never done that.
Never
done that either.
I
But
would be too worried, but I think I would like to think I've got a pretty clean arse, particularly can they come out the shower.
Like skiddy on the towel.
You just was like, oh fucking hell, that's it's not a risk I'd be willing to take. I don't think I would just get a good rub. But I think my arse hygiene's pretty decent anyway. I would say.
Still, you open yourself up to risk there, though.
Yeah, that's it.
Your mitigation is just clearly just in a day like that.
On that subject, right? Can you ever truly trust a fart?
I can. I think I'm quite comfortable on that.
Aye.
You best like.
Well, I said like a wee bit upset to me this week. There's a couple of days was.
Well, then you've got to be on edge. But normally, when you've not got an upset stomach, then 99% trust at least.
Aye, but I've been unsure, and I'm like, I don't want to take a chance with this one. Once I've been proven correct not to have taken the chance, the other 2 times I could have taken the chance and it would have been on safe ground. But a 1 in 3 isn't that's no odds that I would want to take. I would be like,
no, you've got better odds.
Although you do feel a bit of a letdown when you go for a shite and it's just a fart like that.
Yeah.
Feels like you've not had your money's worth.
I know. Yeah, whatever. You deal with that to pull your trousers down and under your belt or that, just have a fart. You know, you can do that. Feel
quickly as well, because you can't be like, oh fucking hell, if this is it's going to shoot it if it's a bad
job. How comfortable are you standing having a piss? Not in your house, right? In public, work, wherever you are. Stand having a piss and just fart at the same time.
I've done it.
You've done it, but how comfortable are you doing it? So like, imagine it. So, because I'm not comfortable doing it. I'm comfortable if there's nobody about, or if somebody's in the cubicle maybe having a shite. But even then, I'm a wee bit like, there's somebody here. But would you like? So there's 2 urinals. You walk up to the first one's trap one's taken. You're into the second one. Unzip. Start having a piss and let rip. Somebody's standing beside you. Somebody's in the cubicle as well.
I think it, as bad as it sounds, I think it almost depends on what type of fart you think you're about to have. Because sometimes you have like a fart that just sort of pops, you just go pop like that, like a quick wee sharp blast, no particularly loud, but almost like a clap.
I know what you mean.
Right?
Yeah.
Those ones, they almost feel like you shouldn't be doing them. They're too disappointing to do it. But if you're having a piss and you had like a proper, like a funny fart, right?
A funny fart, as opposed to a...
Well, you know what, a runny one.
Do you ever remember? Well, do you remember? Fanny fart. Do you hear that much in there?
No, you didn't. It's unlikely we would have a fanny fart, right? Even in this day and age, it's unlikely for us to go and have a fanny.
Yeah. But if I want to, though.
It's not appropriate. Like I was going to say that there have been moments where that a funny fanny fart's happened, and it can momentarily hit you over your side. Anyway, to answer your question, I think if I thought it was going to be a funny fart, I would be quite happy to do it, because I think if somebody was next to me and they did a fart that was like, you would be like, fucking fair play, that's decent. So, I'm quite comfortable. If you need the fart, as long as it was like a disappointing one. The wee clap one, you'd be like, oh, fucking, what was the point?
No, but so you're comfortable somebody doing it. Are you comfortable doing it?
For the reason that if somebody else did it, I wouldn't be bothered. So I just put myself in, what would the other person be thinking here? Would they be mortally offended? I wouldn't ask them to pull my finger.
No. Not when you're having a piss, you've no washed your hands.
Well, that's true. But they're neither there, they're just about to go and wash their hands. So there's the other thing, right? On that subject, Dettol, I think it was, did a hands-free soap dispenser, right?
Mm-hmm.
As if this was like some super hygienic thing, right? Why? Because what you do, dispense the soap, and the first thing that you fucking do is wash your hands. It doesn't matter how dirty that fucking soap dispenser is. You're immediately washing all the dirt off. Why fucking invent a hands-free one? What a waste of fucking time that was.
Yeah. I know. I suppose you're right. But I've that with other made anyway, because like you get there's those fancy ones you get in some public toilets that have got that's all hands free. Like you didn't touch anything.
Well, taps in that totally makes sense because you have to turn the tap off. So if you turn the tap on with a dirty hand, you wash your hands and then turn the tap off again. Your hand's dirty again.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Doesn't work for the soap dispenser though. You're not going to fucking turn the soap off.
It's just a gimmick then.
I've thought about this a lot and thought, what's the fucking point? I didn't get it other than, like you say, a gimmick. And they go, oh, look, where everything's automated and it dispenses just the right amount and everything, fine, right, get that. But if you could just press the fucking pump like that, you're just going to wash your hands. Doesn't matter how dirty that is. Total waste of time.
See, we're talking about hands now.
Mm-hmm.
See the different handshakes you get now. You get the fist pump, right? You get the normal traditional handshake.
Yep.
And you get that sort of footballer clappy thing.
Aye.
Do you know what one's coming? Like when you're approaching somebody?
No.
Because I generally would go for the handshake, but I'm always wary of that one.
Aye.
You know, the clap one.
Some folk do the clap and hug as well at the same time, right?
So you'll not appreciate that, will you?
Do you know what? It depends who it is, right? Like I'm less bothered with that than I used to be. I used to be right against, like, I wouldn't know my work colleagues, but friends, like, it's different story. I didn't mind it so much with pals. But I'm always awkward with it because the other thing is if you get it slightly wrong, then you both adjust and then you both go like, so one's going for like the kind of that one or whatever. You get happy and you both end up doing the one that the other person was about to do, so it's still fucking wrong anyway.
So you try to do like a dance routine, a goal celebration or something. I just think, just stick to the handshake. Or it's going to be one or the other for me. You can't. Yeah. Like, we all either need to do the, because it's not really a handshake what football players do. They're just basically give each other a fancy high five.
Yeah, but they hold hands for a little moment.
Sort of thumbs involved, aye.
Yeah.
But it's that one. I can't clock it. I just can't see. Is what's coming here? What's coming my way?
Aye. It is an awkward one. That was one of the two best things about COVID, right? Because COVID definitely had its plus sides, and we talked about mobile ordering. So, like when you go to a pub or whatever, not having to fucking jostle your way to the front of the bar, just go fucking sit down, couple of pints, somebody brings them over, kind of delightful, right? Brilliant.
Is that stopped again?
Nah, you still do it. Loads of pubs still do it.
Do they?
No, not everyone. And the ones.
Were you in that pub that night up at Hunter Square? Can't remember the name of it. Advocate or something? Is it called? And we were in there, and I ordered it online. It was busy, the bar, but they just go, fuck it. You ordered online, you can fucking wait, and you wait like proper, like everything gets served before you. Like you're not waiting your turn. You're just last.
Oh, you're until the last person served.
Aye, so you're up chasing it, and then you're like, well, just fucking ordering it.
Aye, that's annoying.
So that wasn't great. But I was thinking that it was a bit sort of ironic because obviously the famous one for it was Weatherspoons, but then everybody stopped going into Weatherspoons after COVID when he sacked all his staff.
Aye, because he's a prick. We still haven't been in Weatherspoons for that reason, right? And there's the White Lady at Kirstorfen, which is one of my mother-in-law's favourite places because you get a cheap meal.
Is that Weatherspoons, is it?
It is. To see anything like we're like, we'll go out for a meal, she fucking almost has to mention it. Like, you'll not be going because you're boycotting it, are you? Like, or you'll not want to go there, are we? As if we're going to go.
Because he's a prick. Because he's a prick. Just like you said. That was a good description of it.
It's almost like she's sort of just like, you're fucking fannies for doing this. Right? That's the intent behind that statement. It's a total power play. Like, Yous are fucking fans making this difficult for fucking all of us. You go, we could go down the Korean. Like, it's just like, it's the same distance, probably closer. Food's about the same. Not quite as cheap, but not kicking our off it.
Just fucking nicer, possibly, because Wetherspoons is one of the everything on the menu. Jackie Altray's mastering on it.
Aye, yeah, definitely. Aye, but it gets brought up every time we're talking about going somewhere. Is the first place she will suggest is a Wetherspoons, so she can say, "Oh, you only want to go there, will you?"
Just say, "I was going to business."
Aye,
business. Everybody boycotted it.
Brexit ruined it, and that's it. Yeah. Right, Charlie asked, "What's your favourite song that doesn't actually mention the title in the song? Song 2 by Blur, for example."
I was going to say that's a good example, but
that is a good example.
I quite like it's not. Would you call it a song? Fucking in the Bushes, Ken Oasis one. It's just an instrumental. Like, it's like there's no words to the song at all, but that's the name of it. Ken Oasis would come on stage.
There is like there's words that are sampled at the start of that.
I suppose there is.
Which I think includes fucking in the bushes.
Oh, doesn't it? Does it? Bastard.
I think it does. I could be wrong there, but I think from memory, I'm not listening to it for a long time.
I'm not sure. Now you're saying that, because I forgot about the sample, but now you say that, I'm listening to it in my head here, but I can't remember the fucking in the bushes, man.
Aye. I was trying to think of songs that fell into that category, because it's actually quite hard to master them. Well, have it. There's one called Waltzing Along, which is by James. That's a good song. But to the best of my knowledge, it doesn't have the phrase waltzing along. And another one on their album Laid called 5-0, which is a good song, but it doesn't have the words 5-0 in it.
Am I imagining things? Was there a song by somebody called Untitled? Maybe by like...
there's loads of albums that have got like an untitled track in it, so you could have that.
I like them.
Instrumental. That track instrumental.
Karaoke. Have you ever seen anybody do that at karaoke?
That's my go-to. What would be your go-to karaoke song?
I've not got. Can I think I've ever done karaoke?
Never. Well, we need to get you for a karaoke
I've
night.
Never sang.
Well, what stopped you from singing? Apart from the obvious how you sound.
I'm always wary that like there's McGee or somebody's there watching and tries to take my care in another direction. No, I've not got the I've not got the balls to do it. Basically, I think that's probably the actual honest answer.
Aye, I should have
fucking cracking singer, like cracking singer. I walk about the house singing fucking in tune. Everything sounds in tune.
Oh aye. I think I told the story a long time ago in Longbangers about the last time I did karaoke. I was kind of quite high on ecstasy and tried to sing Maggie May by Rod Stewart, but realised very quickly I didn't ken really the words of the tune to it. Ken the main bit,
or the pace,
or the pace in it. That was not my finest moment. Many years ago. I think if I was doing karaoke, I would try to do something like Park Life, where it's like talking, really, rather than singing, because you could carry that with no bother. I would say.
There's ones you would think are easier, like Pulp, kind of year 2000. Let's go meet them in the year 2000. They seem quite easy because you'd ken the words in that. Right? Like if you're out off our era, you would know the words. So you're not constantly looking at the screen. You kind of know the tune. You've sang along with it plenty of times before. That's the kind of one I would probably end up going for, just so I didn't make an arse of myself by forgetting words or saying instrumental.
As it comes up with the. I always think it's good with these things. The same with like Spotify do the lyrics now. You know, you can do that when you're listening to a song on Spotify. You get lyrics up where they have things like or oh like that.
Oh right? No, aye.
And you think, see where the cunt sat, like if Noel Gallagher sat down to write these songs, he's going, right, you've got that, right, there's other words there. I'm just going to write lots of oh, like that. and have that written down, or whether they just improvise that bit and then it just, it just sticks. If you're a songwriter, text in 80295, let us know.
Yeah. I've just googled famous songs actually, with any title on the title. Nirvana, Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Right.
If you like that kind of thing. David Bowie, Space Oddity. And Coldplay, Viva La Vida. And probably the most famous one of them all is Bohemian Rhapsody.
The Queen. Yeah, somebody tweeted that as an answer. Willy said Bohemian Rhapsody, surely. And yes, Bohemian Rhapsody, but don't call me Shirley. Fuck, I lost my chain of thought there. Well, I was going to say something else before we wrapped up, right, because we're out of time. I cannot remember what I was going to fucking say, Colin. I'm sure it must have been dynamite as well.
Is this going out before the next one? Is this going out after
This is Saturday, so if you listen to this, the earliest it could be is Saturday. The one we're about to record will go out on Tuesday. Right. Anyway, thank you for your questions. I think the next one we'll go back and get some old questions. So, Charlie Mulgrew, Lex Lofer, Jay Caldwell Anderson, and Mike, and Tom Wallace. We might have to wait till next week to get your questions.
Or you might be fucking in December or something by the time we catch up with the battle.
Do you know what?
Keep listening, though.
Do you know what? We'll read them. We'll do those questions, and then if we've got time, we'll get an old one. Right, we might as well. Right, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the questions. We'll see you next time.
Well, they trailed me down when I broke free. I drank all the whiskey in Tennessee. I don't drink what I know.